said he wasn't funny. Hey. It's the flying siesta, the man who used to snipe Marky in 1v1 and make Marky hate life because he was like, can I please play someone who's not gonna lose 10-0 to me every game? Is there any way I can check how long you've subbed for? No, there isn't actually. I don't. Is there? I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know. Good question. Good question. Good question. Right, let me invite these boys and let's get this one started. Is create party working? It is. Alright, so we got Dappur, Lethamyr. What is the best alpha boost lookalike? Probably the one I'm using. Are the new emotes out yet? Yeah, they absolutely are. They absolutely are out. They are out and about. So definitely check them out. Oh, that's a boomer. How do you have 3-month sub but wasn't subbed? Wait. You're right. How do you have a 3-month sub but it just said that you subbed for the first time? That's a very good question. How does he do it? So we're not going to do Middle East move the mountain settings. We're going to go US East and turn off mutators for this one. I'll ask BO5 boys. Hey, Pokemastera, thanks for the sub. I appreciate that, buddy. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, Twitch Prime is always coming in clutch, MFC. Always coming in clutch. I'll ask these guys if they want to do a best of 5, because I think we've got quite a few series today, so I don't want to be doing best of 7s in case they overrun. Yep, best of 5 it is. On US East. Hopefully, if it's a terrible server for Dappur, we can reroll. You're not subbed and you got a cheeky 3-month. Wait, did it happen to you as well, Gregan?
That's a boomer less than 3. Happening?
That's a boomer. Welcome back, Michael Hammy. 2 months. I appreciate that, buddy. Easy win for the Daps. You think so? Well, Dappur actually told me before we got this one started that he doesn't like playing against Lethamyr, so we'll have to wait and see how he does. And by the looks of things, Dappur's using Devo's camera settings still. I wonder if he's settled on that, because he's been switching between Devo's camera settings and Lachinio's camera settings recently. So this looks very much like Devo. It's far too zoomed in to be Lachinio. Can he actually get this rebound? That would be so sick. Oh no, he can't, and instead it's going to be a 2-goal miss. It was a pretty tricky one though for Dappur. Lethamyr capitalizing on the double crossbar hit. The initial flick was so close that Dappur just felt compelled to go and rebound it, and he missed. So 1-0 for Lethamyr. Who won the 3v3 Gfinity? I actually don't know. I fell asleep. Who won it? Was it Secrecy or Mocket? Somebody can tell us in the chat probably. Was it Secrecy or Mocket? I saw Secrecy have recently confirmed a lot as their starter alongside Magnus and Metsanoris. That's very interesting. Emily Cuff, welcome back, dude. 5 months, much appreciated. Don't know why the alert isn't going off. Probably any minute now. There we go. Lethamyr should be able to score here. He will.
Enjoying the content as always.
Double rebound.
Keep up the good work, my friend.
I'll try to. Thanks for the kind words, Minicuff. And 5 months. That's a long time, dude. I really appreciate that. What are Devo's camera settings? Google it. Google it, dude. So Dappur actually opting for a side flip there. It's quite interesting. There's different ways to get to the ball on face-off, of course. And right there, Dappur going for the boosted side flip. Of course, the advantages of a side flip over, say, front flipping is that you can actually boost throughout the entire flip, and your boost will at no point be pointing you in the wrong direction, or boosting you in the wrong direction, I should say. But, of course, if you front flip, you do gain the forward momentum. Good save by Dappur. Actually jumping up just because he saw Lethamyr going for that. And he's managed to save up a little bit of boost here. Very comfortable at carrying the ball in his head as Dappur, so I don't expect him to let this one go away from him. But does get dunked on. This is part of the reason.
Our 2-month anniversary.
It is our 2-month anniversary. Oh, we're going to say. It's going to be the slow moi. But what I was going to say is, what we just saw there from Dappur is something that we didn't see, at all in the 12 Titans tournament. Hardly any ball carries, because when you ball carry like that, you just give the opportunity for the other player to dunk on you really, really hard. And that's how Lethamyr just scored. He just turned, challenge, got the dunk, immediate goal. But if you push the ball in front of you and you get challenged, then you don't provide the opportunity for the dunk. Oh my, what a bump by Lethamyr. Just scores Dappur's car, securing the boost steal in the process. And high pawn with the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome, dude. I appreciate the support. Welcome to the channel. Lethamyr really making this so difficult for Dappur to get the ball clear. And Dappur spawned on the bad side. He won't be able to shadow here, but does get the save. The shot wasn't that threatening. First, Lethamyr's quite happy to just continue pressuring here. He's not going all in for any shots as of yet. And he will get a goal. Well fashioned here. I think Dappur might have just prioritized boost a little bit too much. Yeah, Dappur just went for the boost. I knew it. He could have probably saved that. Did I see Gambit in SPL Grand Finals the other day? He's up there, man. Hope he gets into ones again. I didn't see it, but that's interesting to hear. Who did he play with again? Was it Vincent Fluto or something? Is that... No, wait. Who was it? Alright, Lethamyr actually going to go 5-1 up in the lead here. Dappur's not able to get anywhere near as much consistent pressure as Lethamyr has been able to do this game. Like, Lethamyr kept the ball around Dappur's box for about, I think, a good 30 seconds before scoring his 4th goal. And immediately, as soon as Dappur gets a chance to attack, Lethamyr just turns it over, gets the ball back. Look at that wave dash by Lethamyr. That would have been so sick. Actually wave dashing to catch the ball. Dappur with the ceiling shot draws out a save. Pretty smart there by Dappur, because what he did, he didn't flip off the ceiling, because if he flipped off the ceiling, his car would have been like in a horrendous position. So he just used the ceiling to get his car above the ball, and scoop it down towards the net. As he missed. Disaster. Couple subs. Portal Pimp and 5 Bilab Silasp. I don't know how to say that name. It's so hard. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for the continued support. 4 months and 2 months. Couple of resubs in the chat. What happened to Gambit when he played for IBP at G2? I can't remember. Alright, Toasty, have a good night. Enjoy yourself. My goodness, Dappur's been so close to scoring so many times this game. Remember, he had the crossbar at 0-0, and then another crossbar at 0-0, then the post just a few seconds ago, and then the post and the crossbar right now. He's got to be thinking, how am I supposed to beat Lethamyr if I can't even score at open nets? Yeah, have a good one, Toasty. Dappur not going for the big boost in the corner there, just looping around, getting a couple of small ones instead. But Lethamyr is going to go for a rebound play. Does not execute, but what he does do is manage to get the ball to safety. Once he realized that he was not going to be able to score it, he just went for a more sideways hit to put the ball into a safe location while he collected boost. But it turns out that location is not that safe when Dappur's at the other end of the field. Launches it over Lethamyr. Lethamyr definitely getting a little bit too close there. He was hoping that Dappur would creep a little bit closer to the net so he could just do a backflip tackle, but Dappur, perfect timing on the throw. Seems like Lethamyr is doing a better job than Dappur so far of saving boost on the face-off, which is one of the downsides to that side flip approach that I mentioned earlier. If Dappur is going to go for a side flip on face-off while boosting throughout the entire flip, that's going to consume a ton of boost compared to just, say, front flipping. Because front flipping, you get the momentum in the forwards direction from the flip itself. And so long as you don't boost when your thrusters are pointing in the wrong directions, you know, get to the ball pretty fast. So there we go. Front flip from Lethamyr. A lot of boost being saved. And Dappur, meanwhile, going for side flips. Using a lot of boost. It can work out in Dappur's favor. Oh, Lethamyr with a great pass here. It can work out in Dappur's favor if he can make sure to get the first touch. I mean, if you're going to use more boost than your opponent on face-off, you pretty much have to get the first touch. And you have to manipulate the ball away from their control. So let's see if he's going to go for it again. This is the straight up kickoff, so a bit harder to... You can't use the side flip on that one or it'll just take you completely out of line. Mind game attempt by Dappur. Lethamyr one step ahead though. Dappur needs 2 goals. This is not going to work though. Lethamyr just turns around, takes it away. This looks like game 1 for Lethamyr, who at the moment I believe is actually higher rated in the standings than Dappur. Dappur's a bit lower. I don't think he's even top 10, which is definitely unusual for a player of Dappur's caliber. One of the best 1v1 ladder players in the world. He's been rank 1, rank 2, you know, top 5 multiple times. In fact, probably for the majority of this season, and it's been a long season. But this game, Lethamyr seems to have the better of him. There's the side flip again. I wonder if he's always going for a straight side flip, or if sometimes he's opting for a diagonal side flip instead. I'll have to keep an eye on Dapper's kickoff. I really want to see what his plan is, just for getting to the ball, especially on the slightly offset spawn. That's the one that I'm most curious about. I'm really paying a lot of attention to that face-off and high-level ones that I watch, because I don't think anybody's figured out, like, the best way to do that face-off. Like, Scrub Killer's diagonal kickoff, to this date, is pretty much, like, unbeatable. You can neutralize it, but you can't really beat it if he does it well. But this one is a bit more chaotic, and actually, I think Lethamyr might have accidentally outplayed Dappur here. Dappur might have spotted Lethamyr way off to the side and tried to push it around him on the opposite location, but Lethamyr got a recovery and managed to actually be goal side of the ball. Overlay. Oh yeah, let me just chuck an overlay on real quick. I shall do that. But like I said at the start of this, goodness me. Like I said at the start of this, Lethamyr, or Dappur rather, did say that Lethamyr is a player that gives him trouble, or he doesn't like playing against. So, will that mean that Lethamyr will be able to get the better of him? Does that mean that Lethamyr has been beating Dappur recently? I actually don't know the answer to either of those questions, but we're about to find out who's going to take this best of 5. Right now, Lethamyr still in control. While I was doing that score, looks like a couple of goals have gone in, one at either end. A couple of subs are rolling in as well. Faz TC, Magnus, and a big man. A little bit of a resub sandwich there. Magnus in the middle with the 4 months. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. And 2 new subs as well. That's awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed the new emotes. Gonna make the most of them. The boomers. I have been seeing boomers like everywhere. Like, everywhere I go, there's just boomer spam, which is exactly what I like to see. Lethamyr most underrated on Rocket League Pro. Maybe. I would disagree. I think I could probably name a couple of better players. Depends if you mean 1v1 or like just pro in general, or 3v3. There's different people for each category. Alright, T is done. I needed to finish it now because I actually hate when tea goes really cold. There's the boomers. That's what I like to see. I really like the orange and red is definitely an improvement. Hope you guys like it. There's actually, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the E or the ER emote is actually 1 pixel shorter than the others. Like, it's not as it doesn't go as low down. Now that I've said this, you're all gonna notice it. You probably didn't notice it till now, but now it's all you're gonna see when you look at it. And the reason for that is when I downsized it, or actually it was when my brother downsized it, he made the graphics for it. The color, like, bled from the other two, like the BO and the OM, bled down the way into an additional pixel, but it didn't do the same for the ER, so... What? Yeah, now you're all gonna see it. The pixel. But yeah, we're gonna try and fix it. We're gonna try and get the color to bleed down on that one as well, into the additional pixel. Cannot unsee. I mean, I don't know how you guys didn't see it to begin with. I don't know how I was the only person who ever saw it. Lethamyr actually really taking this game to Dappur. Dappur not able to get any consistent form of attack going, and Lethamyr has been counter-attacking a lot better than Dappur has. What is Dappur going to do? His attack has not been working so far. Bounce dribbles are just ineffective because the shots are so tame. That's the 3rd or 4th shot in a row by Dappur, which has just not been good enough for a player of his caliber. And Lethamyr continues to just get these outplays in the midfield. Oh, Dappur with the post pinch to save it. Like, Lethamyr is not doing anything incredibly fancy here. He's just playing really solid, just making sure to stay in the way of Dappur. But right as I say that, Dappur does move the ball past him. This is a bit of a dangerous situation for Lethamyr to just be so passive in. He really had to make sure to stop Dappur just rolling the ball around the wall there, because of course it will naturally center itself off the curve. Why does everybody choose Octane? Because Octane is Bay. And now Dappur will get the face-off goal to tie it up. Let's see what Lethamyr did here. So the front flip, again, saving a lot of boost, but he didn't really get on the opposite side of the ball from the direction that he intended to flip on. He was intending to flip left through the ball. If you're doing that, you want to be slightly to the right of the ball, and he was actually just pretty central, so it did not work. Again, though, we're seeing this exact same strategy. Lethamyr front flipping, saving a lot of boost on the way. Dapper trying to get the first touch and manipulate the ball in his favor. And this time, despite the fact that he's lost the face-off, he sticks around and does get a goal out of it. Look, that's a boost advantage for Lethamyr. But Dapper knows he has the better position because Lethamyr has to turn his car before he can actually go for that 50-50. So diagonal front flip from Dapper. I'm starting to get the impression that diagonal front flip is his preferred strategy, and the complete side flip was actually not intentional earlier. That's why I was so interested to see. I was like, wait, did he just side flip? I've not seen that since I was casting over zero do ones. Because over zero likes to do side flip kickoffs. Lethamyr didn't get that boost. He has to be so careful here. And he is, but Dapper with another boost steal. Lethamyr with another interception. Dapper, one of the best players in the world at like dodging through the ball and collecting a big boost pad in the process. Like getting a touch on the ball with dodge in the direction of a big boost pad. That was not what he meant to do though. Dapper trying to pop the ball to safety ends up just passing it to Lethamyr. And if Dapper really is uncomfortable in this matchup, he will not want to go 2-0 down here. Doesn't let the ball bounce one more. He's just going to take it on the ground. Interesting strategy. I mean, his bounce dribbles have not been working so far this game. But that's not because the strategy in itself is a bad one. It's just because his shots after the fact have been off. There we go. Lethamyr commences a bounce dribble using the wall. Doesn't really get it bouncing very high though, so he's had to cut into it again. It's a lot of setup time for that shot, which is why we saw him run out of like pitch to use. The field just disappeared in front of him and he was left with no angle to get the ball up and over Dapper and also under the crossbar at the same time. There we go, Lethamyr again getting it past Dapper and the crossbar denies him. He's so close to Dapper's net that he doesn't have enough space to get it over Dapper and under the crossbar twice in a row. Dapper's just going to try and accelerate this one. Very Luchino-esque attack here. Just get the ball moving as fast as possible. And there's the wall shot. That will be the lead. Dapper, 19 seconds remain and he steals it. Lethamyr definitely could have played this a lot better. He did not expect that wall shot by Dapper though. Look, when we watched Dapper setting up that shot, you could see he was looking for it the entire time. But from Lethamyr's point of view, it really didn't look like that was an option. Then suddenly Dapper's off the wall and he's blasting it. And speaking of blasting it, Lethamyr to the crossbar to Dapper for the own goal. Oh no, Dapper, what have you done? This was definitely a boomer from Lethamyr, but Dapper thought it was in and ends up rebounding it. It was not going in. That is an own goal. Dapper has lost his lead just as soon as he got it. Is that Kronobi right there? No, Dapper with the own goal this time. Lethamyr's going to try and go aerial to the win. He actually goes for the low shot. Surprised to see that he didn't just go for a backboard there and devo it, because Lethamyr, I know that he can rebound with effectiveness. Keeps the ball up, but Dapper's not having any of it. Notice what Lethamyr did there. He just popped the ball into the curve to keep that ball bouncing. And another kickoff in Lethamyr's favor. It's not in a very good position though. He's going to struggle to get any like chance to shoot out of this attack. That's why we do see him instead just opting for the boost steal at the far side and hope that he can set something up on this side of the field. Seems like a similar sort of story. And Dapper actually leaving it really late there before going for the save, but he does get it. Now Lethamyr trying to work this ball away from Dapper, but Dapper with the flick, beautifully done. Again, this early flick punishing the early challenge of Lethamyr. Good read by Dapper, because Lethamyr has been turning to challenge very early. Earlier on we saw Dapper just carrying the ball in that exact same position and getting dunked on. This time Dapper's remembered the dunk and he's remembered to flick it over Lethamyr as he comes in for the challenge. 1-1. Now we've got a best of 3 remaining. Why did Boomer change colors? Boomer changed colors because I thought it looked better like this. That's all. Pretty much the reason. I thought it looked better. I don't know if you guys agree, but I definitely thought it was an improvement. I thought it just looked cleaner. What the? Why was the scoreboard all the way down there? That was weird. Alright, 1-1. So far this game has been pretty much... Okay, well, kickoff goal. Dappur accidentally double jumping. But so far this game has been pretty much dictated by, well, two things. One, Lethamyr able to control the ball in Dappur's end for longer periods of time than Dappur has been able to do in Lethamyr's end of the field. And the second thing, Dappur, like, either... Oh, there we go. It does the early flick again. This has been working so well. It's 3 times in a row now. Early flick has worked. But Dappur, his bounce dribbling has not worked at all because his shots have been so tame. So he's reverting back to the flicks, and that seems to be favoring him way more. So like shot selection from Dappur and just consistent pressure from Lethamyr. They're the two things you want to watch out for. There we go. Lethamyr takes his lead back. Dappur giving him a little bit too much space after the face-off. Lethamyr did go very quick here, but Dappur just, he doesn't have the time to be going into the corner for the boost there. Really doesn't have the time. They're just going to hug each other. There we go. So what I talked about earlier. Dappur getting a touch on the ball, but also dodging to the boost at the exact same time. Oh, it's not going to work though. Lethamyr just muscles it in. Dappur did a really good job, like getting the ball into a safe location in the corner and also dodging to face the boost. But Lethamyr, there we go, just doesn't back down because again, we saw Dappur punishing Lethamyr in the same situation earlier. Lethamyr knows that Dappur can't just clear this ball safely or easily without taking it across his actual, like his own goal. And Dappur doesn't really want to do that in case he gets dunked on. So Lethamyr just stays with it, centers it. He knows that Dappur's either going to... There's two things. Dappur's either going to try and turn... Excuse me. He's going to try and turn to take the ball, you know, back into the corner. Or he's going to try and rush it across his own net. And either of those situations, Lethamyr can just go for a dunk. And there we go. Another early challenge failing. Lethamyr's got to change up his strategy and defense. Dappur's made an adaptation. He's not going for like long time ball carry. He's just flicking it immediately. One touch flick. That's like 4 times in a row now. Dappur, one touch and then flicks it. It's working very well. And this should be the kickoff goal revenge. Unless can Lethamyr recover? Yes, he can. It was a good recovery by Lethamyr, combined with Dappur not getting the power shot that he needed. And speaking of the desired power, Lethamyr finds it. Dappur in that horrendous location there as he fell off the wall. He just got beaten to the ball on the wall. Dappur was trying to just get the win the race to the ball, and it didn't work at all. Oh, Lethamyr, that was a great piece of control. Can't get the finish though. He did so well to just blind shoot that. Delayed flick for Dappur gets saved. This time Lethamyr does turn. There we go. Fake challenge. Finally, Lethamyr adapting to Dappur's early throws. And he might actually be rewarded with a goal. Instead, he will get pressure. But Dappur has a possession. Oh no, he's just giving it up though. And he has no boost to speak of. He left the boost in the corner. Left the ball. Lethamyr 5-2. Oh no, Dappur is not looking comfortable right here. He just didn't know what to do with that ball. He just let it go over his head twice without controlling it. That is a disaster for Dappur. Okay, we're back to the bounce dribble. Will we see a good shot this time? No, he's just going to catch it and flick it instead. That has been the preferred strategy. It's been the more effective strategy. But I feel like Lethamyr might have figured out that he needs to stop lunging into challenges to outplay this offensive Dappur. Just as I say that, Lethamyr lunges into a challenge. And it doesn't work. Like, Lethamyr, come on. What, the last 5 times you've lunged into a challenge, has it worked? No, it hasn't. What are you doing? He's mixing it up a little bit now, though. At least he's not lunging into every challenge. Alright, Lethamyr, what's it going to be? Bump. Not bad. He's actually managed to muscle Dappur off the ball. Set up another play for himself. And there we go. Lethamyr, pretty smart. Doesn't just go for the direct shot because he knows that's where Dappur is coming from. Instead, he just pops it over Dappur into the far corner and gets ready for the follow-up play. This is exactly what I talked about earlier. Consistent pressure. Lethamyr doing a much better job at just taking Dappur out the game in when he's attacking than Dappur is. Dappur's attack is pretty much like an all-in move. Does he get a goal? Another own goal by Dappur! No, he gets a save! That would have been so unfortunate. But like I was saying, Dapper's offense is pretty much, does Dappur get the goal? If yes, then of course 1 goal to his name. If no, probably a goal to Lethamyr's name, because Dappur's going very all in for every attack. Or not if not a goal to Lethamyr's name, certainly a possession for Lethamyr. Whereas Lethamyr, able to just outplay Dappur consistently in attack. He's not getting, you know, as many like really threatening shots as Dappur is. But you don't need to. As long as you're keeping possession of the ball, your opponent can't hurt you. So what are we going to see right here from Dappur? I would like to see I would like to see a top left corner, top right corner. Sorry, I've got completely disoriented by the fact that the entire camera was turning in a circle following Dappur. Yeah, I would like to see a top right corner play there by Dappur, because Lethamyr was like quite far into the goal. It was half flipped by Dappur. He needs a couple goals again, exact same situation as last game. Oh, and he's going for another fake. These have not worked against Lethamyr, but the demo will. Good recovery by Dappur again, and he's going to slow play. Figures he's not going to get this in time. Air roll shot. Again, Lethamyr saves. Dappur is not scoring his shots this game at all. Lethamyr's goalkeeping has been up to scratch. But Dappur's, perhaps the positioning of his shots, not what it could be. Certainly the power has been lacking on occasion. That's a good touch by Lethamyr. And again, he's just refusing to give Dappur free possession. Now, he's forcing Dappur to work for this. Of course, good players like Dappur, they will find space eventually. But again, the shot selection by Dappur is so all in, and we're just going to see a goal for Lethamyr when it doesn't work. Oh, Dappur, what was this? He gets so many options here, and he ended up doing none of them. He could have blasted this to either of the top corners. He could have, you know, mind gamed it into the bottom corner. He could have, you know, cut across the ball and flicked it back the way he came with a backflip. And instead, he just rolled the ball right into Lethamyr. He just sat in the net, let the ball hit him, and then scored on the counter-attack. We're seeing this so consistently this game. Dappur's attack, always resulting in a turnover. Another power shot gets saved. Dappur kind of just showing Lethamyr which way he wanted to shoot that one. And it looks like time is just not going to be there. The power for the shot is also not there. But there we go. Finally, a bit of consistent pressure for Dappur, showing that you don't have to score with the first shot. Sometimes the goalkeeper is going to do a bad enough save that you can just recover faster than them and score over the top. Now, there is a chance for Dappur to win this. This kickoff does usually yield more kickoff goals than others, but this is not going to be one of them. Certainly not for Dappur. Another win for Lethamyr. Dappur's offense continuing to be in question. As soon as Lethamyr figured out not to lunge into literally every challenge, he benefited hugely. 2-1 Lethamyr. Which, although Lethamyr is currently higher in the standings of 1v1 leaderboards than Dappur, I would still call that an upset. I still think Dappur is the favorite here. Hey, Dragon's Fury, welcome to the channel, dude. Twitch Prime coming in clutch once again. I appreciate that, buddy. Is there an audio delay? Oh, I certainly hope not, but there probably is. There's always audio delays these days. The new OBS is just silly. Is K-Dot better than Scrub? He's probably a better 3v3 player, but I'd still say Scrub is the best 1v1 player. Just because K-Dot has beat him in a few series doesn't necessarily mean K-Dot is better. It just means K-Dot has had Scrub's number the last few times they played. But Dappur well played to remember to hold boost there. Of course, like I've said before in my stream, but I'll say it again. Going supersonic with boost is faster than going just supersonic without boost. K-Dot also defeated Devo. Yeah, that's true. Devo's been in a bit of a slump recently. As after beating Lachinio, Dappur and Miho, he lost to Kronovi, K-Dop and Scrub.
Hi Johnny, I'm new to Rocket League but have had some problems installing it. Steam is acting weird and Rocket League just won't download. I have tried all kinds of solutions but none work. Any ideas? Using Windows 95 and SNES controller.
Oh, for sake. I was like, is somebody really asking me for tech support here? This has got to be a troll. But it didn't like reveal the punchline till so late that I almost fell for that. I almost fell for that. Unbelievable. GG, you got me. 420. Thanks for the 420 though as well. Alright, so Dappur's first goal this game. What happened? He took one touch and popped it. And this pressure leading up to this goal was the exact same thing. Just one touch pop. And I feel like Dappur might have just aborted an aerial shot right there because he realized Lethamyr was in the area to save it. But then it worked out in his favor anyway. Lethamyr with an easy miss on the ball. Another kickoff goal for Lethamyr. This match sucks. I disagree. It's a very interesting match. I've been following Dappur for a long time, of course. Been waiting to see when he's gonna, you know, truly become the best ones player in the world. Because he might be one day. He could very well be. Crossbar pinch to clear. Dappur still does have a fair bit of boost. And he's probably gonna just secure more, yep. Lethamyr's shot wasn't the best there. Lethamyr's just... I can totally see where Dappur's coming from. Lethamyr is definitely very annoying to play against. He just puts the ball in annoying locations. And again, just there we go. The fast challenges for Lethamyr are not working. I feel like Lethamyr just stops using these rush challenge techniques. Then he'll actually do even better against Dappur. He'll do even better because this is definitely already in his favor. But he lost game 2 and he's losing this game purely based on not reading how fast Dappur can control the ball and flick it. Yeah, that's a good approach. Dappur doing such a good job here. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me, what do you do to challenge a dribbler? Because these guys, they make it look so easy. How do you make sure that you can contest somebody who's got the ball in their car without just completely letting them outplay you by throwing it over the top of you or putting it past you? Well, the number one thing, which is exactly what we saw Dappur doing there, is just get on the opposite side of the ball from there. So, or if they're on the right side of the ball, you want to be on the left side on your approach. If they're exactly behind the ball, you want to be just, you know, coming at it head on. And that's what we saw Dappur doing. He just like went right opposite Lethamyr, flipped directly through the ball, rewarded with a goal and another goal now. With a pretty simple outplay. Lethamyr's, again, these early challenges not working against Dappur. It's fine, boys. It's not muted. What are you talking about? You silly animals. You think you can fool me? This isn't the first time that people have told me my microphone's muted. This little joust for the boost does get won by Dappur. And he's tried to go for a one-touch shot there. He was hoping that he could just capitalize on Lethamyr going for a little bit of a boost grab holiday. Oh, there we go. Great ball control by Dappur. This entire time he knows Lethamyr is pretty low on boost. So he's trying to outplay him with speed, and he does so. Look at the cut there from Dappur. Such good control. Lethamyr not given any chance. It's the boy who cried wolf. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's the boy who cried wolf. One time it's actually going to be muted, and everybody will be like... I don't know. It's really muted? Okay, well, fine. Since, like, so many of you are telling us, listen, I'm gonna listen to my stream, look. See? Does that sound muted to you guys? Doesn't sound muted to me. Just to get you guys to stop spamming muted. I know it ain't muted. I can see my OBS. It's right there. It's perfectly unmuted. But for all of you guys' sake, there you go. Now you know that I know. Right. What does Lethamyr do here though? How does he come back here? There's still 3 goals. It's oh man, you guys are such trolls. I just showed you that I listened to my own stream for a couple seconds and we could hear me talking. It's definitely not muted. But Lethamyr, if he wants to come back here, he needs to just be better with his challenges, because like I said earlier, the early challenges have not been working. However, he's down by 3 now.
You son of a bean. I love you.
Hey Zandy Dandy, welcome back, dude. 5 months, I appreciate the resub. Hope you're liking the new emotes. Was this another own goal by Dappur? No, he's actually going to keep it out. Well played. Lethamyr tries to carry him around for a little bit. This is looking like Dappur's game. Surely he can tie up the series. Surely. Because he's looking pretty solid. Able to get way more chances on Lethamyr's goal. There's another one. Just a very simple shot right over the top. Lethamyr getting a little bit too close and gets punished by the aerial shot. Yeah, Lethamyr just not respecting the fact that Dappur might just pull the trigger right there. Don't call me Shirley. Yeah, don't call me Shirley. If this guy wants to come back, he needs to be better. I was gonna continue this. I was gonna continue the sentence before the donation or this resub happened. I got distracted. I was gonna continue the sentence. I'm speaking Spanish. No, I'm not. And do I think Torment is the best player in Iris, but overshadowed by Latch and Squishy? I wouldn't say so. I would say that Lachinio is probably the best player, just because of his experience at the LAN in Season 1. He is a world champion, of course. Right, what's Dapper's approach going to be here? He's got the 3-goal cushion. Is he just going to try and hold on to this advantage? Yeah, that's the defensive approach. It's gonna work. It's gonna work pretty well. He had 2 options there. He could have just tried to pile on the pressure for maybe 1 more goal. Sometimes you see that from people with 3-goal cushions. They'll just go super aggressive because even if it doesn't work, you still have a 2-goal advantage. And then as soon as they lose their 3-goal advantage, that's when you see them being like, okay, I'm gonna calm down now. I'll stop. I'll stop this super aggressive playstyle. It looks like Dapper is going to tie up the series. Very curious to see how Game 5 is going to go. The questions I want to know the answer to is, how is Lethamyr going to challenge the ball? Because Dapper has been going for the one-touch flick so consistently that Dapper has been able to punish him. Like, he's figured out that Lethamyr is just challenging really early. Don't read this chat. Don't worry. You guys can all spam. I'm not going to do anything. I'm in the middle of like a series. I'm not going to change the audio right now. There's no point. Don't worry, we're all good. But I really feel like if Lethamyr mixes in some fake challenges, Dapper's early flicks are not going to be as effective, and that might lead to the turnovers of possession that he needs. Oh, Kato, thanks for the host, dude. I appreciate that. Hope you had a good stream. Looking forward to seeing you versus Fairy later on. Are you guys done? Did you win? Did you win your tournament? So who's it gonna be? Dapper, Lethamyr. Lethamyr came in as the higher ranked player in the leaderboard. However, the underdog, in my opinion, and in probably the opinions of most people. Song for Kid Up. Kickoffs have been fairly even. However, Lethamyr's had more kickoff goals, like direct goals straight off kickoff. He's just going for scrub kill as variant there. Works the charm. Hey, Halbwasser Han, thanks for the sub, I appreciate that, buddy. Twitch Prime coming in clutch once again. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Dapper might have overhit that slightly. He was going to go for the light touch into the ground shot, but I feel like he just hit the ball a little bit too hard off the wall right here. Kind of forced his hand, because look, he had to hit the ball before the bounce, or else it was going to get like too close to the wall to even pull a half volley. In fact, I still think even that situation, he should probably wait for the half volley rather than volleying it. Just to try and, you know, get some height in the shot. But oh my goodness, Dapper's crumbled at the start of this game. Kickoff goal, and then he beans the half volley. And now he's just gone for a crazy dunk with no boost to recover. And none of those things have worked in his favor. 3-0. Dapper's got a ton of work to do right from the get-go. And now he's forgotten how to front flip. It's not looking good. Dapper definitely looking a little bit rattled right now. There we go. More what we're used to seeing from him. Quick play into the aerial shot, but the shot is off net. And now Lethamyr is a consistent wall aerialer, so this should be fine for him. Oh no, he's beamed it. He's just giving it straight to Dapper. I expected more oomph from the shot from Lethamyr here. I thought he was going to get that over Dapper's head, but Dapper just hitting the reverse for a couple seconds. Did get it back into position. For one piece of spam a day, you can keep Johnny's chat full. That's a meme. Delayed flick is ineffective yet again. There we go. It seems like I said this before, but we're going to say it again because it's like pretty much the defining aspect of this game. Oh, there we go. Impressive backflip by Lethamyr. But in Dapper's half, every time that Lethamyr has rushed a challenge while Dapper is going for a ball carry, Dapper's just flicked it over him and scored. Every time Lethamyr has shadowed or faked a challenge while Dapper is ball carrying, it's ended up as Lethamyr getting a turnover. So if Lethamyr can just keep doing that, I don't see him losing this game. Kickoff goal revenge for Dapper. So we're back within 2. And if you're Lethamyr, that's pretty much the game plan in my opinion. Just don't rush challenges. If you're Dappur, I'd say stop going all in on so many aggressive plays, because he knows he's good enough to score off consistent pressure. He's done it before. Lethamyr just being so annoying, though, refusing to give Dappur the space that he wanted. Dappur just wanted another yard so he could pick up that boost, and Lethamyr says, no, that yard is mine. Just refuses to back down. Boost steal by Dappur. It's going to work in his favor, but again, Lethamyr just refuses to go away. And he will actually manufacture a shot out of that situation. Aerial shot by Dappur, well played. That should be in, and it is. What a shot by Dappur. He read this phenomenally well, just slammed it right off the curve. Look at that, he's in the perfect position to get the aerial shot. Cross court for the finish. Back within a goal. 3 minutes 11 on the clock. This is anybody's game, and Dappur sets up the kickoff goal attempt. Just going to go for the slow play, picking up boost pads instead. And the boost steal. Oh, and Lethamyr's completely misread Dappur's line of play. Dappur's missed the open net. Lethamyr did not... he did not know what Dappur was going to do there. He thought Dappur was going to go for the ball. Dappur went for the boost. Lethamyr got neither. But then Dappur missed the open net anyway. Oh, Dappur, what's this? He's completely beamed it. This is not the Dappur we're used to seeing. He just completely beans the ball control. Tries to catch it. Misses it. Tries to keep it out the net. And he's just popped it in. That is a disaster for Dappur. He's got to forget about that one immediately, because he does not have any time to waste here. 2 goals down in the last game of the series. He needs to just forget that happened and try to get back in the game. But Lethamyr continues to pile on the pressure. Dappur again just starting the bounce dribble with the pop off the wall there. This time actually the early challenge does work for Lethamyr. These have not been effective in the series as a whole, but it's worked this time when it matters the most. Dappur just trying to do a little 1-2 to himself off the wall, and it's actually worked. No way, has he missed this one as well? Okay, I was like, please don't miss this, Dappur. You can't miss another open net. What did Lethamyr? Yeah, Lethamyr just passed the ball away.
Johnny, why are you so cute?
Nymphorex, why is your donation so cute? Thanks, dude. I appreciate the 3. Right, 1 goal the difference. This has not been the cleanest game. In fact, I'd go as far to say it's one of the most sloppy games I've ever seen from these guys. But, close game nonetheless. And Lethamyr back up by 2. He's had the lead the whole game. Oh, Dappur trying to do something that we're used to seeing him do, where he just, takes the ball to a boost pad, dribbling it to the big boost. But he didn't get a heavy enough touch. Just left the ball in the midfield. Like, the idea wasn't a bad one. Going for the boost in that situation was fine. But he needed to make sure that he got a good hit on the ball. Oh my goodness, Dappur. No, not another one. He scored it. I was really worried for Dappur here, because he's been off his game this series, and he flipped away from the ball there. Alright, here we go. 1 goal the difference. Last game. 2 of the best 1v1 players in North America. Definitely not playing at their best today, but still playing well enough to give each other a hard time. Oh my goodness, Lethamyr misses the open net this time. The nerves are starting to creep in. Of course, a lot of people are watching. Good bump by Dappur. But that's much better. That's what Dappur was trying to do earlier. Just hit the ball to the big boost and then collect it. And Dappur trying to get away from the demo attempt. Successfully jumps above Lethamyr. But Lethamyr is showing that you don't need to demo somebody to ruin their day. You just need to carry them around. Oh, Dappur's going to have to Spider-Man save this. Can't do it. Lethamyr's up by 2 again. Dappur missed on the shadowing save. He was trying to catch the ball there. Just take it onto his own back wall. And then he tried to make the hero Spider-Man save. Coming down on top of the ball. Unfortunately, the Californian has beamed it. Now Dappur, he's in the same position he was a couple of minutes ago. Down by 2 again. This is a low boost play by Dappur. There's the backflip. I love it. But Lethamyr with the save. And Lethamyr again with the save. Dappur going pretty early for every shot. Like, he's not taking his time for these shots. He's getting the ball at the edge of Lethamyr's box, and he's thinking, how can I get this ball into the net as fast as possible? How can I score right now? And that's just not worked at all. Whenever Lethamyr's been in his goal this game, Dappur has not scored by rushing. I really feel like he just needs to take his time. There we go. Takes his time, sets up the shot, gets a goal. Love it. Dappur, you need a bit more of this, but you've only got 30 seconds to do it in. Look at that. Just takes his time, gets the shot position that he wants, side flip to the bottom right. Beautiful. Oh, Rizzo, thanks for the host, dude. I appreciate that. Hope you had a good stream. That's the first. Usually Rizzo's always streaming before me, but this must be the first time that I've actually been streaming when Rizzo stopped streaming. Another shot goes wide. Last 2 seconds here. Dappur has jumped off the wall. That's a disaster. Surely the GG right here. Lethamyr up by 2. 14 seconds remain in the best of 5. I mean, Dappur, you had to go for something, but was that the best option? Was the wall interception the moment that he wanted to be going for that ball? Maybe. It's hard to say. I feel like this game's been lost on several different locations other than that one. Dappur not having a great game here. Okay, he's actually maybe gonna have a chance now. Clock will hit 0 and the ball hits the ground. GG's. Definitely not the cleanest games out of these guys, but Lethamyr takes it, so well played to him, taking down Dappur. Definitely impressive defending at Lethamyr. I just want to take a quick moment, or a quick minute maybe, just to say that although I have been critical of Dappur's offense this game, that's just equally a credit to Lethamyr's defense. Like, Lethamyr's he's making Dappur's shots look bad by saving them all. He's making Dappur go all in to try and score, because Dappur knows if he doesn't get the absolute top corner, it's not going to work against Lethamyr. So that's why we're seeing Dappur go for all these all-in moves. And I feel like I might not have highlighted that enough during the cast, so I'm going to say it right now. Massive credit to Lethamyr's defense. Extremely difficult to break. And he did mix it up very well. He lost game 2 because he threw in far too many early challenges and Dappur just kept flicking it over his head. What does he do in game 3? He adapts in some more fake challenges and shadowing, and that was perfect. His reactive goalkeeping was phenomenal. I mean, most of the highlights right there were just reactive goalkeeping, and then of course we're just going to see the worst highlight of all time because we've timed out. But GG's, Lethamyr takes down Dappur. Definitely want to see more of those guys in the future. Definitely want to see more of those guys in the future. I don't think I missed any shoutouts. I think I got all of the shoutouts during that series, actually. So that's another first. That's another first.